Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I thought I'd do a all drugstore makeup try-on. I've got all new products here in front of me. They may not be new on the market, but they're new to me. So I thought we'd give all of these things a try today, and then we'll do an all-day wear test on it to see how it wears, see how it performs on my 61-year-old, more mature, less than perfect skin. So I'm really excited about all the products that I've got here in front of me. I'm hoping for great things with it. So let's dig in and see how it goes. I've got no makeup on to start. I do have on my sunscreen, which is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Chemical Sunscreen. So I've got that on already. I've let it dry and set for about 15 minutes. Let me pull my hair back, bring you in closer, and then we'll get started with all the makeup. All right, for the foundation today, I've got Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I'm going to try it in the shade 120. Hopefully this will be a good match for me. I did buy two shades, about 120 and 118, but I feel like 118 looks a little bit too light for me. Hopefully 120 is going to be okay. So this is like a serum foundation. It's got a dropper. And then let's just go ahead and apply it. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush to apply the foundation. You guys, I have a nail appointment at 10:30, so I'm gonna quickly get this makeup on and then get out the door because, oh my gosh, my nails are so grown out. But I gotta say, I love the manicures that I get at this particular salon because they last forever. I love the way they do it. It's like a dry manicure, you know? You don't have to wet your hands or wash your hands or soak your cuticles. They do it all with the Dremel. Okay, one side of my face done with the foundation. I'm so unused to wearing like a full coverage foundation or more of a coverage foundation because I really haven't been wearing one lately. I've just been putting on my sunscreen and say slip tint. I've been loving that lately, but this one has been on my radar for a bit, so definitely wanted to give it a try. So it does look a little makeup-y sitting on the skin, I'm gonna say. And since this is a Super Stay product, I'm hoping it will stay well on my nose. I've been having a heck of a time getting foundation to last on my nose. It seems like it wears off and the redness on my nose is showing through within like an hour of putting it on lately. I don't know if it's this sunscreen, because I have been using the Haru Haru Wonder a lot. And I don't remember that happening with my other sunscreens. So there's the foundation on. Looking at it, it does look a little light for me, but I do have a bronzer, so hopefully we'll be able to bronze this up a little bit. Doesn't seem to be settling into my wrinkles just yet, and it looks okay on the skin. And here's what the foundation looks like up close. For the concealer today, I have the Maybelline Super Stay Activewear Concealer, and I have it in shade 16. It's got a very small doe foot applicator. It's so funny, you see concealers with these huge doe foot applicators these days. This one is actually a normal size because, you know, I don't like to use a ton of concealer under my eyes, so that helps me to use less. I'm gonna use my A506 brush to blend that in. Wow, this concealer is really nice looking. And I like it because it's not super luminous, it's not super reflective. You can see I've got some like bluish purplish discolorations under this eye and under this eye. They're completely covered and it looks really smooth and not overly luminous. Kind of digging the concealer. I didn't get a new setting powder to try, so I'm going to use my NYX Mineral Matte Powder. This is my favorite. I always feel like it's a little dicey getting a new powder and a new concealer, because then if they end up being a mess, I don't know which one it is. So this way, if it's not good, I'll know it's the concealer, because I know that this powder is awesome with all my other concealers. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush brush to apply it. Just going to pick a little bit up on the brush, tap it back into the cap, and then lightly press it under my eye in an outward motion so I don't set in any creases. And I'm also going to set just a few places that I don't want to look shiny, like my upper lip, right here on my forehead where I have more textury skin. And setting it really helps to disguise like my pores and my texture. And then I'll leave the rest nice and glowy. And I just wipe off the excess. For my contour bronzer today, I got the e.l.f. Halo Glow Bronzer in the light medium shade. And this has a little sponge tip applicator, and then you use that to just apply it to your face. I'm just gonna dot it around because I'm not sure how dark or how blendable this is just yet. And to blend it in, I'm gonna use my BK 106 brush. Oh, that's nice. It's a good color. It's not too warm. Blends out really nice. It's nice and sheer. You can see the difference from this side to this side. It's just really subtle. I like it. And I feel like with this applicator you can get pretty good control with it. Ooh, that blends in so nicely. Wow, really, really like this. All right, I'm gonna contour my nose. And boy, that really gives me a lot of control of where I'm putting it. I love that. That is good. Put a little under here. And then I like to do like just a dot right in the middle. Ooh, I think I really love this. Ooh, that is nice. That makes contouring so easy. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love it. Now I'm just gonna use my finger to tap that one in because the brush is a little too big. So far, really psyched about this and the concealer. For the blush today, I have Revolution Makeup Blush. It's their Blusher Reloaded in Pink Lady. I'm gonna use my A507 brush to apply it. So I'm just gonna tap the brush in there. That's really pretty. I like the color, I like how it goes on. It's not super highlighty, so you could add a highlighter to it, but it's not super matte either, so it does make your cheeks kind of pop a little bit. So that's pretty. I feel like I had tried all the eyelid primers in the drugstore, and then I saw this little brand called About Face, and they had an eyelid primer, so I grabbed this, and this is supposed to be smoothing. I'm just gonna pop that on my eyelids. It feels silky and nice. Oh wow, that really went on well. You know what? When I use my other eyelid primers with this sunscreen, it tends to ball up a little bit, and this one, there's like no balling and pilling. It went on really, really smooth. Ooh, I really, really like this. All right, for my eyeshadow today, I've got the e.l.f. Perfect 10 palette in Nude Rose Gold. Isn't that so beautiful? I also picked up another one. I picked up the Need It Nude version, and these are the shades in the nude version. So pretty. And I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush set to apply it. So this is the A501, 502, 503, 504, and 505. And I pretty much labeled them in the order that I use them when I'm applying my eyeshadow. All right, so first I'm going to go into this lighter shade in the palette with my A501 brush. And I'm going to pop that on the movable part of my lid. Ooh, these are nice. They're nice and sheer. Yeah, it's so funny because sometimes you go into this whiter color and you put it on and it's like, ah, why do I have Victorian white eyelid? I didn't mean to have that. So I like it when the lightest color goes on nice and sheer. And it almost has like a little bit of a lavender hint of tint to it. All right, now I'm going to use this shade and my A502 brush, and then I'm going to put that at the outer corner and up into the crease. Ooh, this is such a nice color because it's not really a ton of color. I like these because they're not super pigmented. These are very easy to work with, very forgiving. Well, there's only 3 mattes in this palette, so now I'm going to use the darker matte with my A504 brush and apply that at the outer corner, kind of setting up my little wing there, and then deeper into the crease. Next, I'm going to go in with my A503 and just blend that out. And just blend it up a little bit higher here so that it does disguise the hood. There's a tiny bit of fallout under this eye. Just going to use this old fan brush to brush it away. I'm going to go in with my A505 brush. I think we'll take this dark grayish purplish one here and apply it at the outer corner. Ooh, that's really pretty. And just smudge it over the outer third of my lid. I'm going to go in with this kind of pinky purpley tone here, and I'm going to place that on the center of my lid and drag it towards the inner corner. And I'm just going to blend it with that darker purple. All right, and that I think will do it for the eyeshadows for today. Time check, 9:55. Okay, I've got about 15 minutes left before I have to go. For the eyeliners today, I did pick 2 products that I know I like already. And they're both by NYX because I'm loving the NYX eyeliners lately. Their formulas are so good. So I got the retractable eyeliner in bronze, and I also got the regular NYX eye pencil in velvet. And this color, this velvet color, it's like a shimmery, not quite a gold, but just like a little taupe. It's very light. I use it on my lower lash line and I love it. I'm going to go ahead in with the bronze retractable liner on the upper waterline and also top line. All right, so you guys, I've been wanting to chat with you about Golden Bachelor. Who's watching? Anyone? I've been watching since the beginning. They're on their little hiatus between Fantasy Suites and the finale. But I think by the time I put this video up, the finale will have happened already. So I think we need to debrief and discuss. Based on the Fantasy Suites, I kind of feel like he is going to pick Teresa. Because I noticed and then the next morning she had like quite the, what's it called? Stubble rash, something, beard rash from making out with that guy all night. So I feel like those two really dig each other. And it's nice. I hope that they found true love and that it's not just, you know, TV love. Anyway, let me know what you guys think and what you thought of the Bachelorettes. Gosh, I really loved a lot of them. I can't wait to see who they pick to be the Bachelorette. You know what? I've got some eyeshadow smudged under here, so I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of the concealer to just clean that up a bit. But yeah, I loved a lot of the Bachelorette contestants. A couple of my viewers over on Instagram and here had said they kind of expected to see me on there, but I did not audition because I would need to be the Bachelorette. I couldn't be like vying with 30 other women for one man. I would need like 30 dudes to pick from. But it would be fun. And also I didn't realize that the contestants don't get paid. They have to take like a leave of absence from their job, and they have to buy all the gowns for all the rose ceremonies before they even get there because, you know, they lock them down in that house. So I'm like, wow, that's a big out of pocket plus 3 months off. You know, you have to be away from your friends and your family, and they don't pay you anything. So I guess maybe that helps them to figure out if they're really there for love. So for the mascara today, I'm trying an e.l.f. mascara. I don't think I've ever tried an e.l.f. mascara. It's called their Lash and Roll. It's a curling and lifting, clean and vegan formula mascara. So now that it's over, let me know what you thought. So who were your favorites of the contestants? I really loved Susan. We kind of had high hopes for Ellen. I kind of thought she and Gary were like a good match. And the main thing that I was really happy to see on the show is that there was no one under 60 because he's over 70. And I thought, oh, watch, they're going to have a bunch of contestants who are 50 and 55, you know, at least 15 years younger. They actually had women on who were within his age range, some older, but nobody, I don't think anyone was under 60. So I thought that was great. I think they're really representing, you know, an older demographic. The only thing I didn't love about the show is when they had it down to like the final 3 and they made each of the women run up to him and like jump on him and wrap their legs around his waist. I thought, you know, producers, people our age don't do that. Keep that for the younger Bachelor franchise, but don't make these, you know, 70-year-old ladies do it. I did like their outfits. I liked it that a lot of them were, you know, wearing shorts and shorter skirts, and I liked a lot of their gowns that they wore. I thought they all looked great. I feel like those shows are so weird. They get so little time to actually talk about real stuff until the fantasy suites, which is odd. It's like, how are you supposed to pick somebody you're going to marry and not really get to know them? But, I mean, it's a TV show. I don't mind the mascara. I feel like I've been talking for 10 minutes while putting it on, so I feel like it's kind of a slow slog. You definitely need a couple of coats to get it up to giving you some length and volume, but I think it looks nice. I think it's definitely like curling and lifting my lashes. Hello, camera, focus. Why aren't you focusing? Have you been not focusing this entire video? Oh, no. There we go, okay. The lashes actually look really, really nice. They're very pretty. So we'll see how that wears. And the last thing that I have to put on is a Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Lip Crayon in the shade Take Flight. That's really creamy. It goes on really nice. It has a little bit of a fragrance, kind of vanilla-ish, but nothing overpowering. And I thought I would put on top of that an old-time favorite, but in a new color, the Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink. And this one is in Your Majesty. Don't mind that color name. Yes, please refer to me as Your Majesty. Now, is anyone watching The Crown? The new season of The Crown just dropped. I think this is a really pretty combo. It's definitely a very poppy kind of lip. And, oh, time to leave for my manicure appointment, so I'll have different fingers when I get back. So there's the makeup try-on for today. I think it looks nice. I gotta say, the concealer isn't settling at all in anything under my eyes. I gotta say, the foundation for me is a little textury looking, but other than that, I think everything looks good. I'll do a 5-hour and a 10-hour check-in on it today. So the time right now is 10:11 a.m. All right, hey you guys, thought we'd do a quick natural light check-in. I'm just coming back from the nail salon, got the nails done. So let's check in on the makeup and see how it looks. It actually looks really nice. And it's staying in place really well. I mean, I've only had it on for 2 hours, but pretty good staying power. You can see it in the super bright sunlight if I just move forward a little bit. All right, hey you guys, it's 3:15 coming back for the 5-hour check-in. I think I realized about half an hour ago that I showed you a second eyeliner, but I forgot to put it on. So I guess I got distracted talking about The Bachelor, but it just is like magical on the lower waterline. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just pop some on there. I just love a lighter color on my lower waterline. It just makes it pop, just gives it a little something without being like a hard black liner on the lower waterline. So that is that. Sorry, I forgot to put that on before. Let's take a look at the makeup and see how it's wearing after 5 hours. I went and had my mani-pedi done. I picked up packages at my P.O. box. What did I do? I took the dogs for a walk. I came home and had some lunch, so I've eaten a meal, had a cup of tea, and I guess that's about everything that I did. I looked for health insurance because I have to buy insurance in the marketplace this year, first time ever. So that is something that is like making my head spin, but gonna get a grip on that pretty soon. And that brings us back to now. But anyway, looking around my face at how this is wearing for 5 hours, I gotta say, I am really, really impressed with the foundation and with the concealer. They are not settled in a single wrinkle on my face. And can I just say, I feel like this is wearing so well for 5 hours. Like I was saying in the beginning that I feel like foundation is not staying on my nose, and this is really staying put on my nose. No problems with it feeling drying or looking super oily and super greasy. There's no creasing with the under eye concealer either. The lippy is still majorly in place. It is feeling a little bit dry, but not terribly dry. Neither of the lippies ran up into my lip lines, so that's great. They both stayed in place on my lips. I actually ran into my mom and she said that she loved this lip color on me, wanted to know what the color was, and I could actually remember it because it was such a great color, Your Majesty. I think the eyeshadow still looks good. The mascara and the eyeliners are still in place. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with all of it right now, which is shocking because when am I ever happy with everything? Hardly ever. But yeah, so that's the 5-hour report. Let me show it to you up close and personal, and then I'll come back after another 5 hours to show you how it wore till the end of the day. All right, hey you guys, I am back. It's time for the 10-hour check-in. I don't even know where all the time went. Like, how did 10 hours go by? But it has, because it's 8:15. And so let's take a look at the makeup. Let's start with the foundation, the Maybelline Super Stay. I think this definitely is super staying in place. It isn't really wearing off anywhere, especially on my nose. It really does have good wear. It's not really my favorite. It's gotten pretty shiny through my T-zone, and I feel like it's accentuating pores and texture. It didn't settle in my wrinkles per se, but it is kind of cracking to the sides of my nose and in my nasal labial folds. It's definitely like cracked and weird looking there. I've got some skin flakes popped up above my eyebrows. I was absolutely in love with the concealer for most of the day, but now that we're at the 10-hour mark, I see that it has actually settled in my wrinkles a little bit. I think it is still giving me some nice coverage from a distance. From up close, you can see that it is getting a little bit thin at the inner corner. shimmers, but it doesn't look terrible, and I actually think it's a reasonable concealer. The other face products, I'm really in love with this e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour. I love the shade on it. I love how easy it is to use and apply, and I love how it looks and how it wore all day. So this is a real big winner for the video. Love that. The blush for me, actually pretty good. The color is really pretty. With a little eyeshadow palette, I really like this little eyeshadow palette. It is so cute. Love the colors in it, really well curated. It's definitely still in place on my eyes. I can see the separation of colors. I love the shades in it. I like the shimmers. Love the eyeliner. I think the eyeliners are awesome. Of course, I knew they would be, but I love this shade. This bronze color in the retractable liner is so pretty because it's not a warm brown. I really don't go for warm colors around my eyes. They make me look like a little under the weather, and that has really stayed in place all day. The e.l.f. mascara, can't really say that I'm loving it at this point. I do have a little bit of a smudge below each eye with that, so I like my mascara to stay put. It did take a little work to build it up, but I think the lashes are nice looking, and it may just have this little dribbling because it's so cold out today. And of course I took the dogs for a walk, and you know, so your eyes do water when you go out in the cold. So I may give this another try. I'm not gonna write this one off quite yet. Another couple of real good ones are the Revlon Color Stay lippies. These are really in place well. Like, I haven't touched this up once during the entire 10 hours. It does feel the slightest bit drying after about 5 hours, but you just put a little lip gloss over it and you're good to go. It lasts and lasts and lasts. This was an amazing combo, and I love the color. The last thing is the eyeshadow primer. I really like this. This was great. My current eyeshadow primer has been balling up with my sunscreen for some reason, and this one didn't ball up at all. And it really made my eyelids look very smooth. It gave the eyeshadows a nice smooth blend. It wasn't overly grippy, where, you know, sometimes they're too grippy and you can't get things to blend out. Everything blended out really nice with this. And look at the staying power. I mean, this looks like practically freshly applied. I did buy a couple other things by this brand, and now I'm really excited to try them. So that is an awesome one. Everything that I used today will be linked in the info box below the video. If you're interested in picking anything up or checking them out, they'll be down there. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you found it helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.